Hi, today I'll be introducing you to FM200. So here on this right hand side of mine is a room where they can't use water sprinklers. They only can use FM200 gas. So here is a tank which contains the FM200 gas. And this is only served for this room itself on my right. And this FM200 system is called the FM200 flooding system. Okay, so here is our fire extinguisher control panel. This is to actually control the FM200 in the case of emergency or maybe a false alarm. This fire extinguisher control panel actually controls the FM200, where actually have a timer to set before the FM200 actually releases its gas. So now I'll be bringing you into the room where there are different facilities of the FM200. Okay, now we're in the room. So I'll bring you on the scenario base. Firstly, we have the smoke detector. This smoke detector here will actually detect the smoke in the event of a fire. Okay, and then when this smoke detector is being activated, one of them activated, here we have the signal, the signage panel where this signal will actually blink, and it will, the people in this room will start to evacuate. At the same time, this fire alarm bell will ring, as well as the lighting will also light up. And here is a VCS system. This VCS system will control the PA system of the whole building to announce the evacuation of the occupants. And after all this, at the same time, here at the fire command center, which is located at the ground floor, will also indicate where the fire alarm is, and also a place where they can actually reset the alarm in the case of a false alarm. And after all this, we have, I'll explain back onto the two smoke detectors. Well, if two smoke detectors is actually activated, the FM200 will actually have a 30-second countdown before FM200 gas is released into the room.
Okay, come student, today I'm going to teach you the graph, okay? Now at this point, you fall here, go down, 10, okay? 10. And here go down 20, go down 20, okay, understand? Then you drop here again, the management? Yes, this is the management. I think there's a false alarm. Can you please come to 0302B now? Okay, no problem. Can you go to the control panel, to the extinguishing button and press and hold it? I'll be coming shortly. Okay, no. Bye-bye. Okay, no problem.
Okay, now I'll be explaining about the fire alarm system for the FM200 on how it works in a real case scenario. So this timer here shows 30 seconds. When it activated, it will start to count down. While it's counting down, this gas discharge signage here will be blinking. While it's blinking, it will count down to 0, and when it hits 0, the gas discharge sign will freeze automatically and gas in the room will be discharged. In any reason of a control panel that fails to work, we can use this manual discharge of the FM200 gas. So this is how it's being done. First, you got to take out the locking pin, the safety pin, and then you just have to press it down, and this will discharge the FM200 gas through this hose into the room. Okay, in the case of a fire emergency, this can be used by the occupants to be, they have to open this lid and they got to break this alarm to set up the alarm in the case of emergency. So I'm going to demonstrate on how we can use this thing. When you hit this thing, you just automatically set up an alarm, and this is what happens. This is the primary usage of this thing. Okay, here is the indicator test. This indicator test is to test the whole system is working. So once you press this thing, if you see that everything here is lighted up, it means the whole system is in healthy condition, as well as the buzzer. If it sounds, the whole system is working perfectly well. Next, we have this evacuate alarm. This is to evacuate the alarm, to check whether the alarm is working, and the maintenance person has to go to every level to check onto the alarm system. So another point of this alarm system is to use in the case of the fire drills in the building, for fire drills purposes. Okay, we have come to the last part, which is the maintenance part of our whole project. So this maintenance part of the fire alarm panel, here we have the 230 volt main supply, and here the batteries are 24 volt DC supply. This is to back up the supply of our 230 volt AC supply in the case of a faultiness. And now we're explaining more on the AC main failure. So this is what happens when the AC system has a failure. This indicator shows that the main AC system is faulty and it's not functioning well. So once the whole thing is rectified, the indicator will stop blinking and it shows that the system is back to normal condition. Okay, here I'll be explaining about the DC supply faultiness. So when I remove this thing, this battery fault will come up. It means that the battery is faulty. And once this battery has been rectified and problems have been solved, this battery fault will turn off. You can use a buzzer silence to turn off the buzzing sound, and they will automatically turn off once it's done. Thank you for your present. Okay, now I just keep on reading. Thank you for... Hope you like our presentation and thank you.